But Chris says if you start his plan today, you'll be flatter by next Friday, and you'll easily fit into that dress we were talking about earlier. So the first step in his plan is to do elimination. So what are the foods you're going to eliminate?
So we're going to be wanting to eliminate most processed carbohydrates, sugars and starches, all that other junk food. We definitely want to get rid of alcohol, just for a week, Yeah. I know. Yeah. And we also want to be getting rid of artificial sweeteners, which is definitely a no-no. So those are the big ones. So sugar, alcohol, artificial sweeteners, and those other processed starches.
Let's show everyone why this is so important. By eliminating these foods, you're going to eliminate a lot of fluid in your body. Now, Chris was explaining earlier, you'll understand now that we hold on to water with some of the things we eat and we let go of it with others. So if you have a donut like this, right, and just a little bitty donut, you'll store about a quarter cup, this much water in your body. It's trapped in your body, it can't get out. And this water can be easily urinated out, so to speak. Think about this as a toilet, okay? Goes right out there. Now, multiply that in your body with all the foods that you've eaten, right? And Chris, you take a couple of these, the donut we just had. Here's soft drinks.
Donut.
Right? Here's my soft drink. I'm not gonna have that. All that water I get to lose.
You got some candy here.
Not just one, but 2 slices of pizza here. Get rid of those, right? And it goes on and on. You know, processed foods, chips, all this water is the water your body wants to get rid of, and will happily do so if you can just get rid of some of these processed foods and take them out of your body. Just cart them away. All this is lost weight, which will make you feel a little less tugged around your skin. Again, it's not your long-term solution to weight loss.
Correct.
But short-term, it will put you in a different place emotionally. It turns out that all these foods that Chris was squeezing water out happen to also be good things to eliminate if you want to lose fat weight. So it's a great way. So you'll lose fat weight because you're eating the right foods, and you lose water weight short-term because you're eating the right foods. You get a double whammy for this. Let's talk about exactly what you're going to eat to get flat by next Friday. The first thing, for breakfast, we want you to have a little bit of protein, you know that, and a little bit of fat with it. So we're going to give you an egg and an avocado. So why this combo?
Well, I mean, especially with the protein and the fat, those are a 1-2 punch. And we also, with this breakfast, we also included a little bit of carbohydrate. I know we were talking about eliminating some of those carbohydrates, but we're talking about real, whole, natural carbohydrates, like a corn tortilla, to curb those cravings for those processed carbs that we're eliminating.
Let's talk about lunch. Lunch, you're going to notice, has a few carbs, but this is important. There's a carb curfew after lunch. So these are the last carbs you're going to have. Explain the carb curfew concept.
So after a while, we do want to pull those carbohydrates, especially for the last 1 or 2 meals of the day, for a lot of the same reasons that we were talking about earlier, especially with the carbs that are stored in our body. We want to utilize those so that we're going to release all that water. But on top of that, I'm going to give you guys some really cool tips of the trade here, is that we definitely want to reduce carbohydrates coming into night so that we can, when we sleep, that's when our body releases human growth hormone. And when our insulin goes up at night with carbohydrate intake, it blunts our body's ability to release human growth hormone, which is one of the most lipolytic hormones in the human body.
Are you kidding?
You know this stuff.
No, I didn't actually. I knew the growth hormone was increased. I didn't realize that having carbs later in the evening would blunt that.
Yeah,
and the growth hormone is what makes you feel vital, or what makes you look young.
And it burns a lot of body fat. So, you know, we got a wonderful lunch here. We do have our sweet potatoes, which is a wonderful whole carbohydrate from a root vegetable. But then after that, we eliminate it. Now, in this lunch, I also put a little secret vegetable in here, and you're going to see some asparagus in here. Asparagus is a powerful natural diuretic. There's an amino acid in there that, and sure enough, it actually triggers our body to release even more water. So the more asparagus that you can eat during this flat belly week, I'm telling you, your body's going to thank you for it.
They're going to get asparagus toxic.
Absolutely.
Okay. And the last step is to build a cleansed salad for dinner. How does a cleansed salad differ from the usual salads we serve ourselves?
Oh, you know, more than anything, it's going to be fun, it's flavorful, it's colorful, and there's no carbohydrates in these cleansed salads.
Because it's got a curfew for carbs. Okay.
Absolutely.
So you pick a base, right? They say it's cucumbers.
Then we want to add a little bit of color.
So add a color. See, we have beets here.
Yep.
Take some beets. I love beets.
Then we're going to throw in a crunch.
All right. Little crunch here. What do you want for crunch? How about some celery?
Perfect. That's always nice and crunchy. Now we're going to throw in some protein. Very necessary building block for muscle for the human body. Then we're going to add our fats for a little bit of flavoring, also to really help curb cravings for those carbohydrates.
And walnuts. There we are. All right. So that's got everything you want. And when you're done, it looks like this, which is a lot of food for dinner. And I think this makes a very elegant, simple way. Do you guys think you could do this for 7 days? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on new videos to live the good life.